Well, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Woods channel. I've gathered a couple items here that I think would make great gifts, and so I wanted to share a gift idea video for you. These are items you can consider when purchasing for your outdoorsman loved one this Christmas. We're going to take a quick look at items that range anywhere from $10 up to $150. I want to talk to you about why that outdoorsman you love might need multiple of the same items and how you can personalize the gifts you're giving. We're also going to take a quick look at some of the new items that just came out this year right here before Christmas. All right, I'm going to start with the most expensive item. Go ahead and get it out of the way. You're probably going to really love this person if you purchase this gift for them, which my wife, I think, does love me because she purchased this for me this Christmas. I was very thankful for that. She took advantage of the Black Friday sale that Shields had this year, purchased this. I believe she got it out the door for $150. This is the Death Grip tripod. Just a great setup. I'm going to use this for night hunting. It's very adjustable. You can sit down on the ground and shoot. You can take a knee and shoot from that angle, or you can even be standing. This extends up high enough to where a hunter can stand and take a shot off of this tripod. It's got the swivel mount, and then it's also adjustable as far as what rifles it will squeeze to. Because it's just squeezing the rifle, you're not really locking into the tripod. This is a great setup for night hunting. I'm going to do a lot of thermal hunting this year with it. Again, around $150, most expensive, but a neat item that outdoorsman would appreciate. Okay, the next gift idea is not a new idea. If you're an outdoorsman, you received this gift at some point in your life already, I'm sure. But I'm talking about knives. There's 4 different types of knives I want to go over, and so I think every outdoorsman should own all 4 of these. I want to go over them real quick. The first one is an EDC knife, an everyday carry. For me, I like this Gerber knife. I carry it most days. I believe I gave around $35. I would stay around that price range, $35 to $50. Just an everyday, good quality, well-known brand, Gerber. It's got the butcher blade, got the G10 grip on it. It's quick folding knife, good quality. If you were to lose it though, right? If you were to lose this knife, no one wants to lose a knife, but $35 to $50, we're not gonna cry too long about losing that knife. Even if you were to break the blade, it can easily be replaceable versus one of these other knives I'm about to talk to you about. And so an everyday carry knife is something I would consider for your outdoorsman. I did receive this one as a gift from a client. I'm a real estate agent. I help them sell their house and buy a new house. They're very grateful for that, and in turn, they purchased this knife for me. This is the Benchmade. It's the CLA, I believe. Yeah, CLA knife. Man, very nice knife. It's got a lock on it, like a safety, and so I can flip that safety off, push the button, quick folding knife. Man, I don't know all the specs on this knife, but I do know it cost them $450. I told you guys I was going to stay within the $150 range, but I wanted to share real quick. I would consider this a luxury knife. This is top notch. Compared to that everyday carry, this will be a knife that I probably wouldn't even have purchased for myself, but I'm very thankful I own it. Aesthetically, it looks great. It's functional. It's going to keep that sharp edge because I know the blade. The way that they make these blades, I can't remember right off the top of my head, but they basically take a lot of different types of metal, compress them together, and that's how they form this blade. I can't remember what it's called, but on the blade, they've put one of my favorite Bible verses, Joshua 1:9 on there. And so they've customized this higher end knife, this luxury knife. This might be something you want to consider purchasing your outdoorsman. Got the everyday carry. Now we're talking about the luxury. We're going to move on to the truck knife. For me, I drive a Bronco. I keep this knife in my Bronco at all times. It's a fixed blade SE3 knife. So the brand is SE, well-known knife. I think these cost around $140 now. I've had it for probably 10 years. It stays in every car that I've owned. I like to carry a fixed blade for multiple reasons. The main reason is I don't want that blade folding down onto my hand, right? If I need to cut a piece of wood, if I'm cutting thicker rope, or if I'm stabbing something for protection reasons, I don't want that blade folding down onto my hand. So a good fixed blade knife, a truck knife. Another one you might consider is a multi-tool, right? Because sometimes we get in situations where we need screwdrivers, we need little saws, we need pliers. So a good multi-tool would be a good option for your truck as well. So that's the third type of knife. And the last one I want to talk to you about is specifically for hunting. For me, I like to carry this razor knife. This is the Havalon knife. And so it's interchangeable. You got this knife here. And then in this pouch, I have multiple blades. As this gets dull, as I'm skinning, you know, if this gets dull, I could switch out the blades and have a fresh new razor blade knife handy. And so we have the hunting knife I keep in my kill kit. This goes in my bag whenever I'm out in the field hunting. And then we've got the truck knife, which is the second one. We've got the luxury knife, a little bit higher end, and then we got the everyday carry. Those are the 4 different types of knives. Knives are always a great option. I would stay away from those convenience store knives. Those don't really fall anywhere in here. That's why I think it's important to consider all 4 of these categories of knives, and we're not going to purchase something that they're not going to use. The next category I want to talk about is leather items. And so this is a leather sling I had made this year. It's got my family logo on there. It's hand tooled. There's not another leather sling like this in the world. It's customized. I think that's really cool to have something special, something that I could pass on to my kids, and it's a one-of-a-kind item. I feel weird talking to you guys without my watch on. This is the Apple Ultra watch with the leather band from Bear Goods. They're out of San Antonio. Me and my wife visited San Antonio recently. Really cool little shop. And so this is a leather band on this watch. It's really sharp. You can dress it up, dress it down. One of the leather items I would suggest for you guys. I made this leather wallet about 5 years ago. It's not that hard to do, guys. You can purchase leather locally and make something for your outdoorsman friend. It's very easy to do. There's tutorials on YouTube, but a leather wallet is something I always suggest. And then a leather sheath for a knife was really cool to me. To have any of these leather goods, the watch band, the wallet, the sling, or the leather sheath for the knife, those are all leather items I think that the outdoorsman will really appreciate. While we're talking about leather goods, I will go ahead and mention the gloves. Gloves is a good purchase for an outdoorsman. I like to have 2 different types. I like the Mechanics Impact gloves. This is their newer model. The old ones used to have the Velcro, so you pull the Velcro to adjust the fit. These are elastic, and so you can slide them on, slide them off. They still have the protection. If you were to hit something right there on top of your hand, it's got a little bit of plastic overlay and protects your hands there. Keeps your hands warm. That would be another reason I'd like to wear these out in the field, is keeping my hands warm. Doing something real meticulous, these mechanic gloves are going to be a better option versus if I'm building fence, cutting down trees, doing something like that where I have to worry about barbed wire penetrating the gloves or something like that. I would prefer to have a leather glove. And I've went through tons of pairs of these, so I know your outdoorsman is not going to mind having an extra pair on hand. The brand of these is the Clean Tools leather glove. I've had all different types of brands. If you go into Lowe's, Home Depot, you can find both of these types of gloves. Moving on to books. When I'm out hunting, you have to be quiet, you have to be still. There's not a better time to get into some type of book. Let's go over what types of book I'm talking about. Obviously, your Bible would be a good one to read out in the field. If your hunter, outdoorsman friend doesn't have a Bible, that'd be a good purchase. This is a Bible study I've recently started. This is called Dialed In. And so I think it's 20 categories for men to better themselves spiritually and just be better men of God. And so Dialed In, you read a lesson and then you've got questions to answer after each lesson. That would be a good one, some type of study. Since I like to be out on the river, the local rivers here are the Brazos River and the Nolan River. This book is about Philip Nolan. The Nolan River was named after Philip Nolan, so that was a neat read for me. I like to study up on him and how he came to Texas, how he was murdered, and the possibility of him being buried around the Nolan River is really interesting for me to read about. And then Goodbye to a River, which is about the Brazos River. It talks about introducing all these new dams and the river potentially drying up as the years go on, decades, centuries. There's a good chance that these rivers could disappear that we enjoy so much. And the last thing, Meat Eater has a neat cookbook. Any type of outdoorsman, wild game cookbook is a good purchase for your outdoorsman. Well, it just started raining outside. If you guys hear water, that's rain. Sounds pretty good. Might put me to sleep if I keep listening to it. But I wanted to share how you can get the right ammo and the right broadhead for that outdoorsman. that would be a great gift. Ammo and broadheads is something that we go through. And yeah, you might be able to get 2 or 3 shots out of a broadhead, but you're lucky to do that. A lot of times they will break or they'll get lost. And so obviously shooting ammo, we go through it pretty quick. The way to make sure you get the right ammo is to maybe take the box of ammo or just take a picture. The caliber of ammo is on the end of the box. And so just take a quick picture of that. This is 30-30 ammo. If you were to take a picture of that to your local arms dealer, he's going to know exactly what you're looking for. And then also, it's not just about the caliber. We need to make sure that we get the right grain. I shoot a 30-30, 150 grain. There's other options out there. There's 130, I think there's 100 grain, right? There's all different types of grain, so it's not just about the caliber. If you're confident and say, hey, he shoots 30-30, yeah, what grain? Because we don't want to have to resight our rifle in if you've got us the ammo that we're looking for. We want to make sure you get the right grain and the right caliber. That's important to take a picture of. And then here's a little hack for you. My green arrows are my practice arrows, and then behind me in my bow, I have broadheads on those. And so if you can get a hold of their field tip, this is what a field tip looks like. Okay, if you can unscrew that off of the arrow, we've got us a field tip, and that you can take that to an archery shop and they can weigh it and they can tell you, okay, that's 100 grain, that's 125 grain, that's 150 grain, whatever you're shooting. Taking this little field tip into the archery shop is going to help you get the right grain of broadhead or field tip, and your archer is really going to appreciate you getting the right item. So that's a little hack for you. Ammo and broadheads is something you might consider. Down to the last 3 or 4 items here, guys. This is a new item that I wanted to talk about. My wife actually purchased this for me. She got me that tripod and this Yeti item here. This is shot glasses. I thought this was really neat. This is the camo version. It comes in all different colors. But this is the carrying case. So you got the carrying case. You got 4 shot glasses made of stainless steel, so they're durable. They slide in the case, put the lid on, and once you have that all set up, it doesn't make any noise. You can put that in your bag when it comes time to celebrate out in the field. You could pass these out and celebrate with your friends. I thought this was a really neat new gift idea for the outdoorsman. If you're more sentimental about your gifts, I think this is a great sentiment right here. Photos. This is a great option, guys. What I would suggest is finding photos of great memories. This top one is just a local fish that I caught. I think it was out of the Nolan River. This is a picture of my wife when we were elk hunting. She's just happy, having a good time. And then me and my son out on a deep sea fishing trip. And so all different types of memories throughout my life. You could print these out in black and white, and they kind of look more uniform whenever you do black and white. They look great. This doesn't cost much money at all. You know, it's probably a $5 frame. Probably costs another $5 to print these photos out. And so photos in black and white of your favorite outdoor adventures is a good gift idea. The next item is a Euro mount display. And so we have the Euro mount, and then this is a steel display where you can display your Euro mount for the year. You can put this on a shelf, put it on a desktop. That's just a fun way to display. You guys know Euro mounts, it's fun because you can grab them, pick them up, and you can still do that. You can relocate this anywhere you want to put it. I have an extra one here that my son is probably going to use for his Euro mount that should be coming in soon. And so this is a neat item to purchase as a gift. Going back to sentimental, this is a harmonica. It's probably a $10 or $15, maybe $20 harmonica. Not expensive at all, but my nanaw gave me this. Sometimes it's about the people that give you the gift. This is something that I'll keep forever. She knows that I enjoy playing guitar, and she thought that this would be pretty neat for me to learn how to play the harmonica. I'm sure once I start learning, not everybody's going to think the same thing. They're probably going to get annoyed with me, but a cheap harmonica is pretty neat to have. When you're in the truck, in between hunts, in between hikes, in between fishing, it's going to be neat to have a harmonica. And so again, my grandma, I call her Nanaw, she got this for me, and man, it's really neat because I can say that my grandma got me this, and I can remember her while I learned to play it. And so a lot of times, guys, it's not always about the things, it's about the people that's giving the gifts. If you're intentional, you study the person the same way that they study the gifts that they want, I know that they're gonna love what you purchase. And so hopefully this video helped you. We will see you guys on the next one.